Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are well and safe. So students, this time I will teach you 402 software engineering 2 subject, right? So let's throw some light on this particular subject. So today we are going to cover this particular topics in this presentation, this session, that is objective of the subject, syllabus, introduction of software product, the flow diagram, and system tool and techniques. Yes, so let's start with the object of the subject. Yes, what is the objective of this subject? Because as far as I know about, you already studied this subject in the previous semester, that is software engineering 1. Yes, and that you have a good knowledge about the definition of software, the characteristics of software, application of the software, the types of software, etc. So uh, this is what about the softwares and how to what is the exact software, what are the phases, what are the requirements, etc. Yes, so you already studied that. So let's move little bit ahead with the software engineering 2. What is the main objective of the subject? The first objective is you can understand the steps to design the software. You can understand the various way to test the software, and you can aware of the importance of the document, right? So let's throw the light on the syllabus. Our syllabus having a 5 different unit. The first unit contains the system tool and technique, where it consists of flow diagram, then input design, output design, and a diagram like UML. Fine. Then the second unit consists of information systems and development. Third unit consists of software testing, where the different types of testing we're going to obviously discuss about the testing, its method and type. Then the next unit 4 consists of application changeover. Unit 5 is related to documentation. So these are the 5 different units that we are going to cover in this particular subject. Okay. So let's discuss about the introduction of software product. Well, this all the component of software product you already learned in the previous semester. But let's discuss some of the points of this component. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the requirement. The requirement is nothing but it's a need of client. Yes. Whenever some client want to want some software, and he must give some needs or requirement to the software company, and that needs are called requirements. Okay, on the basis of the requirement software will be built. The next is system analysis. You can say system analysis or requirement analysis. After completion of taking the requirement from the client, you have to, I mean, developer or system analyst will analysis the requirement. Yes. The next is code design. The code design is related to when developer writes some code, it's required some follow some protocol like indenting, code indenting, name spacing, where necessary give the comments. Okay. So this is related to code design. It also concern about the logic, syntax, etc. Then after system design. System design means overall structure, or you can say the architecture design of the system, where all the components, all the modules are combined together and built one system. The system design is also concerned about you know um, the interface design, the database design. Yes. So this is all the design related aspects are covered in system design. The next is testing. Testing. Without a testing is a very important part of the software product, because without testing it's not possible to deploy your product at the client place. Yes, in a testing, after completion of your development, in a testing department, the tester will test each and every component or module what the client specify their in needs. Yes. Okay, it's related to all the needs that given by the clients are covered or not. Then tester is also work out with some error, defects, bugs, etc. If tester found such kind of inconveniency, tester will send back this product to the development department. Developer is the development develop again the product and submitted to testing. When the testing report generated, I mean tested okay report generated, then only company supposed to submit the software product to client's home. The next is deployment. After completion of the testing, the very next phase is deployment. Deployment is nothing but it's a one type of installation. The installation means after completion of the product, you have to install, you have to guide your client how to use this product, how to implement this product and all. So next is update. What is the update? Update means what? Whenever suppose the new uh, a new version of the product, like for example, the new feature added, new version is added in software. At that time, updates can introduced. And the last is maintenance. The maintenance means what? Whenever the client change his need, or client want to make some changes, then the maintenance will take part. Okay, so this is something about a software product. Now let's move ahead. Yeah, let's discuss something about the user flow. For that, I have one image. Just go through this image. And what is this? Can you observe what this image consists of? One user is looking something to the particular object. Some arrow marks are visible, some rectangle. Can you imagine what it consists of? Let me explain. This is for the user, and this arrow mark is nothing but it shows the flow, it shows the overall flow, where the user can having the multiple choices. And if the user can select any particular choice, like so for example, if the user select this option, then he having the two particular options available after choosing this option. Yes. So this is the overall system design. If you click on, if you write some input, then it will generate this kind of output. Or if you select this one, then you will get this kind of data. Or if you select this one, then it will generate this particular report, etc. So this is what the flow. Yes, later on we will discuss more about the flow. Yeah. Now the structure of information. Structure of information. See, now just focus on this image, what it consists of. Can you imagine, or can I explain? Okay, see, just consider this. This is what the system, that system is used by the user, but behind the system, these all are the component, or you can say modules are work together. Just focus on my mouse pointer. These all are the modules, you can say the component, you can say the program are performed behind the software. And this particular vessel you can say, you can consider as a database. Yes, it's, you can consider as a database where all the datas, all the records, all the particular, useful, unuseful records are stored. Now let me describe something about database. Where the data coming from to the database? Actually, if you observe that there is the best example is taking some, example of website. Just consider that you have on a website, and the website having such kind of form like user information form, registration form, login form, feedback form, contact us form. These are the main sources for collect the data from the user, and ultimately this kind of data are stored in the database, and this database having a huge collection of data. Ultimately, when you process it on the data, it convert into an information. Information is meaningful data, useful data. Like for example, I have so many data regarding employee, but I want to find out the best employee of the month. Then what to do? I have to get some detail of all the information regarding the regular timings, employees regular timing, in time, out time, accuracy of the work. Okay, then reporting time, then throughput, then attendance, then leave. All this particular data I have to get it from the database. I have to perform and generate one report. When it convert into report, you can say the information. Yes, a meaningful data. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Flow diagram. This flow diagram. In earlier we discussed about the flow chart. I think you all having a good knowledge about the flow chart. Yes, a flow chart. What is a flow chart? The flow chart is, it's a one type of activity diagram that communicates a sequence of action, or you can say the movement of a complex system. Means with the help of this kind of diagram, you can having a good knowledge about the execution of the program, the flow, and what will be the outcome. Everything it will, describe using the a particular diagram. So this is what a flow chart. Then furthermore, if we discuss, it will a very powerful tool that optimizing the path of the people, objects, or you can say information. Then there are several connectors like arrow signs and symbols are work together to, describe the direction of the flow, object that are moving. Okay, and quantities are that involved. Symbols like a circle, circle is used for process, diamond is used for conditional statements, then a rectangle that is stored some data, etc. So using this kind of symbol and connectors, the actually the flow diagram is designed. An important feature of flow diagram is its ability to incorporate some conditional path that depend the state of condition questions. Like for example, later on I have implemented one flowchart example that is just observe the temperature. So suppose you have one program that is find the greater number. So you have two variable a and b, where a have some value and b have some value. If a is greater than b, then print some message, else print some different message. Yeah. So you can draw the diagram which describe the logic along with some conditional path. Suppose here there is a small part of example where user having their own personal account. Yes, suppose user users are already logged in, or redirect them a login form page if they are not. Means what? Suppose if user suppose you have a account in a Facebook, right? So still you didn't logged in yourself and you want to access your account. Is it possible? No. If you try to click some link, then it will redirect to the login page, because the system is expect your login credential, then only you are supposed to access your account. So this is the predefined path. Okay, so you can say path, or you can say, flow. Okay, so let's start with the unit 1, the system tool and technique. Let's start with the flowchart. What is a flowchart exactly? Let's define the flowchart. Obviously, it's a graphical representation of the picture that describe the sequence of operation of the program. Means suppose you have some program, you can describe it in a graphical manner. Okay, I in the next slide, I have there is a, image for represent the flowchart. We'll focus on that. But before, let's understand about the flowchart exactly. The flowchart is a type of diagram. See, there are several types of diagrams are available. In earlier we discussed in the syllabus, like for example, flow diagram, system flow diagram, then UML diagram, class diagram. Okay, then UML diagram. Okay, so the kind of diagram, one of the well-known diagram is a flowchart. Yes, it's just represent the workflow, or you can say the process. Okay, the flowchart can also define the diagrammatic representation of algorithm, that is step by step approach. Yes, and it will solve the task. The most common method describe the procedure in a computer based system. Yes. So this is what the example of flowchart. Now, if you observe, suppose you have one program that you have to perform, and the program is uh, get the input from user for the temperature. If the temperature is less than 32, then print the message below freezing, and if it is greater than of 32, print the message above freezing, and then terminate the program. So if you want to describe the same program in a flowchart, then this is how you can uh, perform. This program is performed in a flowchart. Start, then read the temperature means having here we can get the inputs from the user. Suppose user entered 52, then it will execute in the next uh, phase. It will check if the input 52 is less than 32, yes, no, so it will execute no. So it will execute in a this particular manner, and it will print the above freezing. If suppose user entered 20, then condition will satisfied, and it will execute in a yes, so it will print below freezing, and at the end your uh, program will terminate. I hope you having a good idea about today's session. If you are comfortable, then please acknowledge me with our WhatsApp group. Okay. So if you have any query, doubt, then you can concern me. Thank you very much for attending and listen to me.